Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to my secondary channel, the number one grinder, Real Talk. This is the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on YouTube. Best of the business. We got a good one. This is the underrated MMA Sports Talk number 32. Yes, number 32. So the family will be here any minute. It's our brother Sheed. Thanks for coming. Let me read this out. Just remember us as the righteous ones. We are still winners. That's the real, the number one grinder. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Let me switch that. Okay, I'm hit y'all with this intro. Be back.
Sometimes people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
What happened? Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Welcome. Brother George, how you feel tonight? Wait till you come on. Hello? Hello?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All righty. Okay. Yes, I got a new set of earphones. So they're acting a little funny, so I try to get them right.
All right. All right, let's get brother Gotcha here. Oh my goodness, get out of here.
Little man got hard. He came on.
Get out of here, yeah. Oh, and then we got brother Watcher in the building.
Oh, wow. This is a good night, brother. This is a good night.
It's good night, yeah.
What's up, guys? Good evening,
Hello.
family.
All right, how you doing?
How are you doing, brothers? How are things going? How are things treating you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm here with the family tonight, man. We're gonna talk some MMA.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I want each of y'all to talk about your channel. So let's get it going. And peace to your brothers, peace to y'all and your families.
So, all right. So, what crimes are you going to commit tonight? What we gonna do today? What we gonna do tonight? Brain.
Yeah. Let me show some pictures first before we continue. Yeah, I'll pull up and stuff. I'll put on some music in a few minutes. So it's like that rock. Okay.
Yeah, because when we talk about MMA, you can't have no love story music. You got to have something a little, gritty, little, little rock and roll. You talk about basketball, yes, rap, hip hop. You talking about making love to a woman, yes, love music. But when you talk about MMA, it's more savage and gritty. So you have to find the right music to mix with it.
Yeah. You know that is right. Yo.
That's Greg Hardy. He got
And Sergey Spivak.
Yep.
He don't need to be in MMA. He maybe he can get his go back and playing football, Canadian League, or maybe arena football.
Yeah.
You don't need to be. You don't need to be UFC. He's just a punching bag for other guys.
Yeah.
Well, I can say this. Well, I can say this though. Greg Hardy's UFC career is over. It's over. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's cooked. Yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
I face, it's not as quick as CM Punk's career, but yeah, he should have been gone.
All right. This one.
Yeah, that's when he got knocked out by Tai Tuivasa. I remember that one.
Yes, the guy who knocked out Derek Lewis about a couple of weeks ago. Last month.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now this one.
That was Kobe Covington when he beat it Rafael dos Santos. It was funny though because didn't Rafael dos Santos last night said that he wanted the winner of Covington and Jorge, and he was hoping that Jorge win the fight because he didn't want another piece of Covington.
Well, he might as well keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, he should have.
No, don't ever,
because like I said, Jorge got his ass whooped last night.
Mm-hmm. And the problem is Jorge's like this. We all know Jorge. He came up with Kimbo Slice, and he's all he is. He I think he'd be better off in bare knuckle, because I know he has his own little thing called Game Bread, where a lady who fought that I interviewed right back up in Queen with Miss Daniel Wynn, Game Over. She fought for Game Bread not long ago, and it was an MMA bare knuckle thing. Maybe that's where he should go, like piss poor Mike Perry. That's probably better for him. That's more where his style is, street brawling. He's not that great of an MMA fighter. I think the thing was that knockout he put on Aspen, and that was about it. And how he beat Nick Diaz, but I don't know why I gave him that BMF title. I mean, it's just you got beat by Usman twice, and you get beat up by the bastard son of Jeffro Bodine, and it wasn't even worth making that title for him.
Right. So, Watcher, what you got to say about the main event last night? I want to hear him. I want to hear what he got to say.
So I was saying that Jorge could win it, but I did know that really the skill set of Colby and that ground game, that wrestling was going to be the deciding factor, and it was, and it was pretty quickly. Again, I knew before the fight that we'd probably see Jorge with the same expression where he's just gassed, and Colby did his thing. He was smart because he backed off a little bit at the start, but then he pressed. And what was good was he threw strikes, and then he went for the takedown. He didn't just go in blind like Ben Askren. So I think the really good thing Colby did was go for the takedown clinch, then throw the elbow, then go down for the takedown again. Which I thought was. You gotta mute yourself, George. It's got my echo. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Jorge just, I'm not mad at Jorge's performance. I think it was good because in terms of just, defending, but I do feel like on the stand-up, he was a little one-dimensional because he was kicking the legs good. Colby just couldn't defend that shot. But I mean, Jorge didn't really do much, apart from that. Colby did his thing. The shades of Khabib in there, like how he was cranking the neck and the jawline and everything. I thought that was really good from Colby. Again, Jorge is too upright. I don't know why he wasn't circling out on the cage. I don't know why he wasn't doing that. He kept backing straight up to the cage and then was relying on one big shot. You can't do that with Colby. You have to set things up. You have to move. You have to get some angles on him and use your jab. I've always said that Jorge, for as good as people say his striking is, he's only really good at throwing hooks and overhands. The jab, the 1-2, you don't see that really from Jorge. You know, you probably saw it earlier in his career where he was a bit more green, but, you know, I think he landed some good body kicks. But again, Colby's just, it got easier for Colby to take him down throughout the fight, you know, from like the third round onwards. I think maybe Jorge with the knockdown, maybe you could give him that round. But again, like, I'm not mad that people scored it 5-0 for Colby because it was one-way traffic. And even on the feet, like Jorge got hit with 8 punches in a row. And that's why with guys that wrestle, you can't always underestimate them on the feet because, you know, they will wing shots, and, you know, the uppercut was landing. You know, it was good though. It was a good watch, and it was expected. The outcome was definitely expected.
Yeah, well said, man. Well said. And I like it at the end when Jorge started to talk shit. I mean, like I said, he had 25 minutes to do something throughout the fight, and he wants to talk shit at the end. I mean, that's to me, that's weak sauce right there.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
Yeah, I can't stand that shit.
The thing is with Jorge, he wants to be Tony Montana. But you remember in the movie, Tony Montana was killed by a guy named Sosa. You know, like my mom used to sell clay dirt, and he used to lay up the road to sell it too. And people come, my mom had a better product. And I said, my mom's not Tony Montana, she's Sosa. She remember how Sosa said, kill that funky, look the monkey. And that's what Jorge is. He's that little monkey. He's too much on his shit like Tony was. You know, and what happened to Tony was too much on his shit. He died. You know, I think that's why I think it'd be better off for him to maybe move on from the UFC. I think maybe he might have 2 more fights left in his contract. He might defend his he might find somebody to defend him against for his BMF title. And then he needs to go ahead and, focus on, he has his company Game Bread. He can promote fights on that. Also, if he wants to fight, there's Bare Knuckle. Bare Knuckle is more his style. That's where he comes from, street fight. He's not a complete fighter. He just, that's all he mostly works in stand up. And he knows, he was over ATT with Kobe. You think over ATT, he would have, they would have worked on, hey, Jorge, you can't limit it, brother. We need to work on your wrestling, your BJJ, your striking's great. It's good striking because, he has good strong hands, but he's just unfinished product. That's what he really is.
Yeah, that's the thing with Jorge. He was just, like I said, he was just looking for that one big shot, man. You know what I mean? Like I say, he should he should have knew what Kobe Covington was gonna do. You know what I mean? But he was just looking just to trying to get him out of there with that one shot, man. And then Kobe just pretty much dictated the fight, man.
That's true. I mean? He did not have a plan at all.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have
the shot. I mean, the shot landed, but again, Jorge for me doesn't bang like that. I mean, Jorge hits harder when he's kneeing or like where were the knees to the body, like he had space for that. There were positions where he could have thrown those knees to the body. I mean, I think a big red flag is the team now because I remember just before the rematch with Usman that Jorge had, Mike Brown said that it's not a skill thing that we need to work on with Usman. It's just a conditioning thing. Well, that didn't matter because the fight ended in the second round. So, I feel like there's a lot of people around Jorge who they stick with the same thing. I didn't see any improvements from really any guy last night, if I'm honest. So, but one guy's just better in one area, and he just uses it so much better than what Jorge can do.
Brother Watcher, that's an excellent point because I was thinking the same thing. I was looking at it. I was like, okay. It was some opening that both of them could have. But Kobe was the better fighter last night. He was. He capitalized what he needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is about it too is if Usman was not the champion right now, Kobe Covington would have been the champion of the division right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how Colby called out Poirier. So I think that tells me where his mindset is at. Like, I know there's history there, but you're calling out a lightweight. I mean, don't you want that title shot again? Like, because Colby truly thinks he won that second fight, and he still thinks the first fight was bullshit. So why would you not want to call for a title shot? Like, why aren't you confident? Like, what if Poirier? Like, he beats Poirier easily, in my opinion.
Yep,
easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, watch. I thought he was at least called out the winner of the Burns and Kazmat. You know what I mean? I thought he was at least gonna call out the winner of those fights. You know what I mean? But his call out of Dustin Poirier, I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't feeling it at all, man.
Very weak. Very weak.
He probably want to get a chump change fight. That's what he's looking for. Something easy for him because he knows there's no point for him to fight Usman again because Usman got his number. You know, if like I said, if he had won either the first or second fight with Kamara, they would have had a third fight. You know, if they had one here, one there. But it's not going to happen because, you know, they usually don't rarely ever give you a third fight if somebody beats you 2 times straight.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what can happen. You know, I mean, Colby does what he does. You know, he will say stupid shit all the time.
Because he is stupid. He is stupid. He's a moron. You know, he can't even go back. He can't even go to Brazil, you know, because after what he did. I mean, he can't even, you know, he can't even get out of the airport, more or less off the plane.
I don't think it's over for Jorge, but I mean, he's got like what 4 fights left in his contract. I mean, who does he beat in the top 5? I don't know, you know, because all those guys are a bit more skilled than him. So, you know, you kind of gotta weigh it up. I can see a Nate Diaz rematch being talked about because Nate Diaz is begging for that fight because he gets ass whooped. But I don't know what else you could possibly like want to give Jorge. I mean, he had that run, and then he lost to Usman twice, and then he lost to Colby. I mean, I don't know. He can come back, you know, but boy, will it be a long way.
Well, they probably could put against like maybe Robbie Lawler, you know, because I think Robbie's about time for Robbie to retire. He is, you know, he's been in the game too long. Maybe like give him, I don't know how many fights he got left on his contract, you know, and just end his career. Or whoever else is like, you know, not in the top 5. They want to see, you want to push it into a title contendership. Maybe give up Burns or something like that, or I don't know.
I mean, I'm looking at the rankings right now. I think that Jorge, he could probably beat number 4 and number 5. He could beat Vicente Luque, and then he could definitely beat Bilal Muhammad.
Oh, those 2 he can beat, yeah.
Yeah, those 2 he could definitely beat.
He should fight one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he should fight both of them. Like, not, well, I mean, well, they're actually both about to fight each other, but, you know, I mean, yeah. You'll sort something out, I'm sure.
Right. So, let me ask you, brothers. So, what do you guys thought about the co-main event between Rafael Dos Anjos and Rento Marcano? Because to me, I thought that fight should have been stopped. That fight definitely should have been stopped. I want to hear what your brothers' take on that.
I'll be last.
I mean, like, it was to be expected. I mean, late notice. You know, Moicano, you know, he was lucky that Dos Anjos, you know, wasn't pouring it on him as much in that 5th round. Dos Anjos was never in trouble in that fight. I don't care if the crowd is getting up out of their seat over Moicano landing a nod shot here and there. I do think it should have been stopped because it wasn't just the eye, it was the cut above the eye. And when your eye has got that much damage, I mean, it's like a double layer of impact on the eye. Like it's double worse now, you know? I don't think he won any rounds. You know, again, it was just a bit stupid how they let it continue. The doctor said it's reasonable to stop it. I've never heard any doctor in the UFC ever say that, ever. I've never heard them say those words together. Like, either you have to stop it or you don't. There really isn't a middle line, like, because either the fighter will go out there or he won't. There's no, oh, I'll go out there, but then after 2 minutes, if I feel like it, I'll stop. You know, it's they should have stopped it, in my opinion. You know.
Yeah, I believe it was round 3. If you guys could remind me, I believe that Dos Santos, he was bouncing his head off the cameras, man. I'm looking at the referee. Say, referee, are you gonna stop this fight? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and Moicano was being a bad sport after the fight. Like, he was shoving the cut man away, and
Yeah, I saw that.
then he didn't really want to talk to Dos Santos. I'm thinking, you just got the opportunity on late notice to fight a top, like, you know, a guy that was I know it was catch weight, but it was a guy in the rankings, nonetheless, in like the top 5, top 6. And what, you wanna just shove everyone off, dude? You lost fair and square. You got your ass beat. Okay, you're lucky. The fact that you had a moral victory in making it to the last round of the fight, the whole distance. Fuck out of here. Sore loser that was. He was a sore loser just there.
That's the thing is about when people say more victories. More victories don't mean shit. It's not if it's not a win, it's not a win. I think one thing also, his corner should have saved him. This is where we talk about this actually. We talk about how your corner should save your fighter. When you see your fighter getting his ass handed to him like that, throw in the damn towel. Throw the damn towel. You know, don't risk losing your eyesight or going blind that eye just so you can prove a point how tough you are. In boxing, they save their fighters when they see him they're in a position where he's not going to make it. So let's just go ahead and just end the fight for him. But these corner people in MMA, they are stupid. When Raquel Pennington, when she was fighting against Amanda Nunes, and she said, I want to be done. And he pushed her. No, her corner said, you want to be done? Okay, I expect you. I say we're done. I've seen corner man tell the fighters, you want to fight this? I'm in there. You want to fight this? And they end it. And the problem is with MMA, it's just this toxic society. This guy had an opportunity to go and fight this fight. Okay, last minute. And you see your fighter getting himself beaten to the pulp. You should save your fighter for himself. Yeah. You should protect your fighter from himself. If because if he doesn't want to do it, and you have the mindset. The problem is you're greedy about that dollar. You should be more concerned about your fighter because this person's going to end up. He might not even fight anymore. He might not be able to see out of that eye. Look at Michael. Michael Bisping. He has that one glass eye. That's his choice to fight. But this guy, come on. Stop. This is something that I think more corner people should do. When you see your fighter in difficult position, when he's having a hard time, we know he's not going to win this fight. Why drag it on? He already got his show money. He's going to get paid after the fight. Just throw the damn towel.
Right, and like I said, I want to get back to what I said earlier on too about what's his name, Rafael Dos Santos call out. Instead of calling out the winner of, like I said, Kobe Covington and Jorge Masvidal, why didn't he call out Islam Makhachev? I mean, don't like those two already have a history. Like, they were like supposed to fight 3 times, but the fight fell through. And I thought that he should at least call out him. You know what I mean? I thought, to me, like I said, I still think that his call out was just like horseshit.
I said for me, it should do the towel. 3rd round. His eyes messed up. It was tripping. I didn't like that. Should been through it. He wasn't winning.
No.
He wasn't. He wasn't winning at all. But like George say, they hungry for that dollar because they got to get paid. And you know how they get paid. He ain't going to end up having none either. I'm just sad, man.
All right, so brothers, let me ask you another question. The next fight after that. Where do you guys think Edson Barboza should go from here?
Dude, I think he needs to pack it in. Because, my God, is he such a weak fighter. Like, I never realized, like, I'm telling you, dude, when it gets tough, really, for Edson, really most of the time he'll fold. I mean, I've seen it too many times. Was this fight? I didn't watch the fight, but I saw some bits and I heard about it. But like, it's one thing getting knocked out, but when you keep getting edged out on decisions and you can do more and you can pull something out or win rounds, that's just as bad because you got more time to work with there. But again, the guy is got like no chin. He doesn't do enough to win fights anymore, really. He complains a lot outside of the UFC as well. He complains about pay and this and that. Well, maybe win a fight. Maybe if you win a fight of some sort, again, his spot is getting taken by this Bryce Mitchell guy, and that's that. I really don't care much for Edson. We could say he could go over to another MMA organization, but I don't think his heart is in it anymore. And when that happens, that's the best time to pack it in.
Because I'm looking at his last 7 fights, and he's 2-5. He's 2-5. He is 2-5 in his last 7 fights. So
that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. I think it's time for Edson to go.
I think it's been time for him to go. That's me.
Yeah, if you can cut somebody like, fighters who's been like on a 2-fight losing streak, only, and or it's just, why do you cut somebody who's been on pretty much, just had one, he's 2-5. There's fighters who's been, who were like one point were like 2-4 and still in the UFC. And it's crazy how, there's a fighter who I keep in contact with, Sarah Alpar. She only was 0-2, and they cut her, just cut, at Alexis Davis after she was on a 2-fight winning streak. Then there was another fighter who just got cut, after he won his last fight. And why are you keeping somebody? I think you keep some fighters just for his punching bag reasons. There's fighters that need to go, like Cowboy Cerrone. He's done. Conor McGregor, he's no good anymore. They just keep him for
value.
Yeah, that's it. He's broken. He's literally broken. He broke the leg. I just people like also the Diaz brothers. I mean, and then you get George St. Pierre on contract. He's not even fighting. It don't make sense sometimes, the things they do in MMA. And and you got to step aside for fighters who's up and coming. Who want to climb up on the ladder. And you keep throwing somebody like Barbosa or Brunson or whoever else who feel like they're just lagging behind and dragging, while you get these new generations coming in who are thirsty, who are hungry, who wants opportunities. Move on.
Well, I would like McGregor to fight one more time, so break his leg, so he can be a peg leg. That's what I want to see. Let him have peg leg. I really do. I really do.
Yeah, he'd be like a leprechaun with shillelagh.
There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what I want.
Walking with shillelagh.
And then if I pick one, if I pick Khabib, pick a beat, finish some more, please. Break his leg. I don't care. Then walk over the half leg. I don't care. Pay leg. But I understand what you're saying. It's just that they keep fighters too long, and the ones who like have 2 losses, you let it go. What's the purpose of that? You know what I mean? Like, he's 2-5.
Well, like I said, Edson, he's been in the UFC since 2010. So, and like I said, I remember, if I remember correctly, they were hyping up him to be the next, big thing from Brazil. But he, like I said, he just started to fall off. To me, his fall off started off with the Khabib. Once Khabib gave him that mauled him, he was just never the same. He was just never the same after that, man. But to me, in that fight, I thought he quitted. Once Bryce Mitchell just took him down, like at any will. I started looking at his face like he just quitted, man. He just quitted. You know what I mean? But Edson, man, I think it's time for them to let him. I think it's time they let him go. I think it's time they let him go, man.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah,
You never know. You never know with the UFC now.
Well, the thing is, the problem is, who's the problem, Mister the bastard son Lex Luthor. He's the problem. He likes to keep certain fighters around. That's why we talk about this. That he needs to step aside, let somebody, he can stay there, just do the figureheads, just be like, deal with the press and stuff like that. Just there's figurehead. Let's like the other two guys, take care of the day to day. I did an interview where I talked to a lady who fights in Invicta. We talk about Shannon Nab. Shannon Nab should take over and just control the women.
That's not happening.
I know it's not happening,
not
man.
happening,
Hey, I interrupt you, so don't interrupt me. Okay.
It's not happening.
I know it's not happening, man. But let me just finish my story, brother. Let me finish my story. Can I? Okay.
Go ahead.
That would be better if somebody takes over and just keep him around for like just figurehead stuff. Like doing press like that. Let Maynard and Shelby take over the day-to-day stuff, and then you bring in, like I said, Shannon Nab to take over the women and maybe improve that division. That's what it is. It's just that he's in the way. He really gets in the way of his own business. And he lets favoritism. That hurts. The quality of the UFC. UFC when it first started off was doing pretty good, but the last few years it seemed like it's just becoming. It's not as bad as Bellator, but still it could be better.
Listen, like I said, man, Dana White want all the power for himself. He ain't gonna bring in nobody else. Real talk. But anyways, Watcher, what do you think about Kevin Holland last night?
I didn't see the fight, and I didn't see it on purpose because I don't like Kevin Holland. I think he stands for everything bad in the sport. Again, this whole thing of the weight change is just a little personal vendetta against Usman. That's all this is about. And it's about money because, Kevin Holland is a company man. When all the fighters complain about fighter pay, he's up here saying, "Ooh, I'm good. I got the money I need." But anyway, so I heard he got into a little bit of trouble last night in the fight from a washed up, shorter guy who's being stopped, knocked out, quit, I don't know how many times, lost so many decisions, Cowboy Oliveira. Apparently he dropped Holland, apparently he took him down, and apparently he almost submitted him with a few seconds left in the round. And then because Oliveira isn't very good on the feet and is not a smart fighter, he ended up getting hit with a big shot and getting finished on the ground. Again, I don't know what Kevin Holland thinks moving down to 170 is going to do. The guy's like 6'3", 6'3 and a half. He's got long reach. He's pretty much bigger than everyone there at that division. But he can make middleweight easily, but he wants to drain himself and go down to welterweight because he wants to weight bully. That's what he wants to do. But as I heard from last night, obviously that didn't work out very well. And he got out by the skin of his teeth because he fought really a guy that wasn't that good to begin with anyway. No. Who's he going to fight next that's ranked? Because that guy wasn't ranked. I don't know. I mean, who is he going to fight? He's going to fight guys that are like 5'5" or something, maybe. Maybe that will be easier for him. Again, this guy has not improved at all. He's upright. He's been fighting this way since he got into the UFC, since he fought Thiago Santos. He desperately tries to be funny in and out of the ring, and he's not, to me anyway. He's the UFC's little puppet, and I don't think he's that good. And I don't think he really do much at welterweight. He didn't do jack shit at middleweight, where he could have done shit. And he won't do anything here because when you get to a start like this, most of the time you can't turn it around. So, I don't really care about Kevin. Whatever he does, and that will be that. Not a good performance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what some guys. He sounds like Joanna, who's squeezing in at 115 where she could go with 125, trying to kill herself. It's just people like that, especially company man, meaning he's the house. You know what? I
We
just
already know.
House. I can't even say. I was gonna house in. That's what.
Yep. House
yeah,
Ninja.
yeah,
Ninja.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right, ninja.
Mhm. Like one thing is like if I'm a fighter, I fight in UFC, and Joe Rogan come in and say, "Man, Joe, I don't feel like talking to you, brother. I just walk out, and leave him alone." I mean, you're not gonna like me, but hey, I'm not meant here to be like. I'm here to fight. And like I said, I don't respect any man who uses those words. I don't even use it much anymore. Like I used to, and I try to be a little smarter what I say, how I speak. But there should be more fighters with some backbone who stand up in their beliefs. Have respect for yourself, not just as a man, but especially as a black man. Don't be like that guy from don't be Samuel Jackson from Django.
Well, like I said, I was looking at Oliveira's last 9 fights, and he's 3-6. So that might be his last fight in the UFC, right there.
It should.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do people expect? I mean, I didn't expect this fight to be competitive at all. I mean, Oliveira. Oh my god, dude, he's just so not good at all. Like, what is he 3-6 in his last few fights? I mean, that says it all, dude. And like Kevin Holland's got, a smart manager, I would say, because they realized, oh yeah, this will be a soft touch. But I just saw a picture of him in the rear naked choke on the ground, and
Yeah.
he's putting his thumbs up like he was okay, but another 15 seconds, he's out. Didn't Kevin Holland tap in his last fight? He tapped in his last fight against Kyle Dorcas. So, it's all easy to, forget the past, but trust me, I remember that shit. So when he fights someone that's real, he'll lose. Like he did at middleweight.
Mm-hmm.
But you know us though. Ever since we started this, we talk about Oliveira's. He lose. Y'all notice that, right?
He's not a good fighter.
Every time we talk about it, he lose. I think he's by maybe whatever we do, like 0-4 or 5. Every time we talk about it, he lose.
Yeah, Oliveira,
man.
Mm-hmm.
Oliveira.
Cowboy. He should get on that horse and ride at the sunset like Shane. Say happy trails.
He probably lose. He probably lose as a cowboy too. Who knows?
He'll get busted by a bronc.
Right.
Yeah. One thing we earlier we talked about the Hardy fight. Mm-hmm. That fight should have been on the prelims, and the fight should have been the main card was Yan Xiaonan versus Marina Rodriguez. That should have been the main card. That fight, with Greg Hardy, should have been on the prelims.
Right.
It belonged nowhere. The fight between Yan, because I watched that. Because I didn't watch all the prelims. Because what it was, they was having Duke versus Carolina the same night, and I watch Mike Success. He takes his greasing formalin hair ass out of retirement. Goodbye, Mike. Goodbye.
You don't like him, no?
Goodbye. No, I don't like Duke. Fuck Duke. Goodbye, Mike.
Oh, you don't like the Cameron crazy?
Yeah, Carolina blue, meaning light blue, meaning Tar Heels. Dean Smith.
My bad. Yo, bro, I'm just checking you. Let me have my head back, please. I'm just checking, bro.
No. Yeah, brother. This is I'm Carolina here. This is the Carolina. This is true Carolina. Duke is a rich, it's a rich white person from college. They start getting black people when they start getting their ass handed to them in basketball. Forget Duke. But anyway, I did watch that fight with with Xiaonan versus Rodriguez, and this debate about this, was it a robbery? Yan did pretty good for the first round. She was quicker, she was throwing more punches, she had good kicks in there. But one part that hurt her was around, I think around close to the end of the round, she got a knee when Rodriguez kneed her on her hood. And that I think that took the momentum out of her. She did almost somewhat so well in the second, but seemed like Rodriguez was bouncing back. And then at the end, Rodriguez, she did a little more better. She's pushing the fight a little more. She has quite a few misses, but they into a split decision. Like I'm hearing some other people, it could have went a draw, and that'd be Rodriguez's third draw in the UFC, because she was supposed to be this big star. Then she takes a draw against Random Marcos, loses against Carla Esparza. I think she took who was the other person she took a draw with? I'm trying to remember. And then she's supposed to get the but she knocks out Amanda Ribas, and then she beats Mackenzie Dern, and they probably push her for the title shot.
She had a draw against Cynthia Cavillo.
Yeah, okay, that's who I was wondering who else she had a draw against. I know she had two draws, and those were two good. With Randa has a good skill set. She's kind of she's awkward style, and they cut Randa. I don't know why I cut after she won her last fight. It's another fighter got cut it, and then Cynthia Cavillo is a good wrestler, and same thing with Carla. She's a good wrestler. That she just don't have. She's too much of a striker. She's kind of like Jorge. She relies too much for her striking, not enough on her ground skill set. And that's the thing that's gonna probably hurt her in the long run. If she don't evolve when she gets up to the level where she has to fight, maybe either Rose or or Carla, she's gonna get dumped.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The UFC wants to push a Rose versus Rodriguez fight, man. That's the thing. Yeah. But to me, I thought Rodriguez edged that fight 2-1 because I saw something. It was like towards the end of the second round. Marina, she came out strong. Like I said, I saw something in Jan. Jan was slowing down. She was slowing down at the end of the second round, and I saw Marina came on strong at the end of the second round, and then round 3 was just all Rodriguez. You know what I mean? Like I said, you could say round 2 was a toss up, but still, I still think Rodriguez edged round 2, and then round 3 was just all her, man.
Yeah,
yeah. I feel like I said that first round when she got the knee on the hood, that might have probably took a little momentum out of Jan. She had a pretty good she had a pretty good record. Then she had that loss against Carla Esparza, and Carla, she beat the two people that they're gonna probably try to push. If not, more likely, Carla deserves that title shot. She went pretty much almost 5-0.
That fight is already set, George.
It's already set. Okay, yeah. That's why I say she deserved that title shot because she went 5-0. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And if anything, Rodriguez might have won a fight. She's no longer in the rankings, but she should have been fought Joanna. But Joanna, she knows she's Bojangling, she's ducking. I mean, it's been almost 3 years since she fought.
Yeah,
and she just got some kind of award. I mean, so either gonna hold her up for probably her and Zhang 2, which is probably a good fight to see, because that was a good fight. I watched that fight, even though she looked like one of the aliens from from the alien movie. So she like the other camera say, we're here to see your leader. I mean, and that's where should go. I mean, I don't see any other fight for other than maybe see who's in the rankings. I think Rodriguez was number 5 and Jan was 4. And see, you got the ranks XAs for the strawweight division. I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
I got it. Jan is number 1, Carla's number 2, Marina is 3, Jan is 4, and Mackenzie Dern is 5.
Okay, so more likely what's going to happen is they'll probably give Jan like a soft fight to build her back up. They might put her against like Nina Azaroff. I don't call her Nunez. That's and Jan, she might fight. She might have to fight between the winner of Rose versus Carla.
Right.
Yo, shout out to Brother Polo Sports Entertainment. I want you to go subscribe to him. Thanks for coming.
Salute, brother.
Thank you.
All right, so let me see.
The fight afterward I watched, it was a pretty good fight. I forgot the guy's name. The brother who knocked out the guy in the second round.
Oh, Jalen Turner.
Yeah, so he's pretty good. It's a big brother. The other guy, he was kind of tough. He took a good beating, but there's a good chance that I think that was I'm trying to remember what's that, welterweight or middleweight?
It was lightweight.
Middleweight,
Lightweight.
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 So
do you have the rankings of the middleweight? Can you give me those top 5?
The middleweight? Yeah, I have it right now. Okay, so number 1 is Robert Whitaker. Number 2 is Jared Cannonier. Number 3 is Martin Vettori. Number 4 is Sean Strickland. It's kind of weird how they have it right now because they have number 4 tied for 3 people. They have Bronson at number 4, and they have Paulo Costa at number 4. So there is nobody ranked number 5, or there's nobody ranked number 6. That's kind of weird.
Wow.
They still have Paula Pasta.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's still in the top 5, but he doesn't really fight in middleweight no more. He's like light heavyweight now.
Yeah, what's the heck? He just been moved up. He got too big. I don't know what it is. They just, how there's a kid to a lot of the Brazilian fight, especially guys like Paula Pasta. It's just
I don't understand why he's on the list. I don't get that.
Well, from what I've been hearing, he said that he's not gonna fight again until he gets that rematch with Vettori. That's the last news that I heard from him. But he's just been ghost just after that.
I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Well, I don't think he's gonna get that Vettori rematch because from what I've been hearing, I heard that Robert Whitaker wants to fight Vettori next. So
that means he's gonna be waiting. He might as well just keep on fighting, and then if it falls through, it falls through. Because I don't think that's gonna happen very soon. I don't think.
So, but who do you think you're gonna put Whitaker against? Because now, would they think you'll put Cannonier against him, or just shoot Cannonier up against Israel?
Well, that's the next fight. And Whitaker said Whitaker said him and Vettori should be the next fight. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. That's right. Should.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, but you know how the UFC is. They don't often do things that make sense.
Uh-huh.
So, brothers, let me ask you this question. So, did you guys see the early prelims? The early prelims, the one that started at 6?
Nah, I never missed that one.
Okay, you guys didn't see Khabib's cousin, Nurmagomedov?
No.
Watch it. Did you see that?
Watch.
Yeah, I saw that.
What do you think of him? How far do you think he's gonna go?
I don't think. Look, it will really depend. It's so too early to. Brian Kelleher is not really a good measuring stick for me. We'll see. There won't be many people that are going to be able to, fight like Khabib and be successful because someone will find their way to another fight. It was a good performance. Again, it was quick. I don't know why these guys give their backs though. I have no idea why they do it. I just really question it. There are ways to protect yourself, even in full mount. Even if you turn, I feel like a lot of these guys aren't schooled enough on takedown defense. They say they've been working on it, and then they get taken down in 30 seconds. So, we'll see how far Umar goes. Again, it would be good to see another style like Khabib, because it would further legitimize that style. But, we'll see how it goes.
Is it safe to say we can ask that about another year from now? You think?
Maybe. It depends on who the guy fights.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, that's true. Let me see. I'm looking real quick. Give me a sec.
I am very intrigued about the light heavyweight division.
It's funny. I was watching a lot of Daniel Cormier and John Jones this week. I missed that energy that division had.
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
So
Yeah.
go ahead.
I say, so in your opinion, Watcher, who's like, what's the big division now? It's kind of like, it used to be the light heavyweight division, but who's the big division now, in your opinion?
Oh man, I don't know. I'd probably say maybe lightweight because, like, if you look at Oliveira, Chandler, that was a great fight. Poirier was an exciting fight, and now against Gaethje, that's a big name. I think lightweight. Lightweight. I'm not sure. I think lightweight for me. You know.
It's definitely lightweight. It's
Yeah.
definitely lightweight.
Yeah.
When you look at it.
Yeah, because I think heavyweight was the big division back. When UFC really first became UFC. The UFC we all know now, and then I think light heavyweight was doing pretty good when you had, Cadell, you had Tito Ortiz, you had John in his early days, you had, and I think a bit middleweight was all right when you had Silva, and you had God, Ace. I know he's God, Frank.
Frank, yeah.
No, not Frank. Me. You remember they call him Ace because you look like Ace Ventura.
I forgot his damn name. He was the middleweight, right?
Yeah, he was really champion before. They should have been him twice.
I can't remember his goddamn name. He used to wear the pink shorts. I can't remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
Franklin something. I can't remember his damn name.
Yeah, because they call him Ace because they say he looked like Ace Ventura, like Jim Carrey. God, I used to know that name because it probably popped in my head. When I'm not thinking about it, because I know he was a teacher, and he used to teach, and then he got MMA more. He went up to light heavyweight. He fought Chuck Liddell that year. Where I think who was it? Somebody I think it was
Rich
Tito.
Franklin. There you go.
Rich Franklin. Yeah.
Rich
Franklin. There
Franklin.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Rich Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the fact is that I think it is. I kind of agree with you, brother. Lightweight because you have Conor over there, you have Poirier, you have you did had Khabib for a good minute, and the other guys. So I think it is like remember for a good while it was just only I think 3 weight classes, 3 or 4 before they brought in this like the welterweight other guys. It was just like I think it was just mostly heavyweight, light, heavy, middle, and light, and then remember it was rec. And then when rec was for the smaller guys, the welterweights, the bantamweights, and I think the flies. I remember that. That's when Ben Henderson,
champion.
Yeah, and also where Uriah Faber came from, and a couple other guys.
Well, because if you look at it right now, light heavyweight, everybody in the top 10 can beat each other. That's why it makes it the best division right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you got Glover there, and people say Glover's
not light heavyweight. I'm talking about lightweight.
Low lightweight.
Lightweight. Yeah, everybody from 1 to 10 could beat each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good that division. Or you can say 1 to 15 because you got the guys at the like top like 15 all the way up. They can at least all beat. That's what makes this division very interesting. In my opinion, the best division right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say this though, light heavyweight is the weakest division. It is the weakest division when you look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
kind of
yeah. Now that John Joe's not there and sitting on top, and seeing like anybody can get that title now.
Yeah, pretty much that division is wide open.
I reckon John Jones could come back and beat all those guys.
I don't know, Watch. I think, to me, in my opinion, I think Jones is done. I just think he's just done. He's just battling way too much.
At this point with the weight, probably not. I'm just saying if he stayed around.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If he didn't leave, he would have. But he looks terrible now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think too much of it dealing with family issues, then his arrests, and then the whole thing with the PEDs, the stuff is catching up to the brother. I mean, can't get right, will never get right. That's the truth of it.
I hate to say it, but I feel bad though. I really feel bad to see him in that state right now. You know what I mean? And then like it really does sucks that you still have fighters to this day are still like mocking him. You know what I mean? The guy is battling so much demons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know if that John Jones could commit suicide at any given moment right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you still got fighters now. They still mock him, saying all this kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like you should at least like try to at least help this brother out. You know what I mean? He's somebody too. Yes, I know he fucked up. I know he fucked up in the UFC, but outside the UFC, he's somebody too, and you should at least like give him a helping hand. You know what I mean? It's just sad when I saw that video with him, that cop video of him when he was banging his head on the windshield. Man, it's just very sad to watch. Man.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it is. But these are the same fighters was praising them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't kick a man when he's down like that. I'm not a John Jones fan anymore. Like, a long time ago I was, but a long time ago I also wasn't. But I can't kick a man down in that situation. I see Israel Adesanya making fun of him, you know, but that's okay because didn't he skimp out and run from him for like years anyway? You know, again, these guys are a joke, man. You know, you can say all the shit you want about Jones, but I cannot kick a man down like that, you know, with him banging his head against the bonnet of the car and everything. You know, if these people are real men and people, if they actually, you know, maybe offer some help to this guy. You don't see guys like Ngannou or Miocic or Cyril Gane making fun of Jones because they understand that he may have something to bring. You know, he is a person. You know, a lot of these other guys don't quite understand that. So I think if he gets it right, you know, he can turn it around because he's had a long career, you know, let's not forget.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly. But I tell you one thing, I'll kick a man down. I kick McGregor down. You doggone right. Every doggone chance
Yeah, he's
I
different.
Yeah, he's different because the stuff he does, he knows he's doing it. You know,
Yep.
he get away from that's what
and see with John, he gets persecuted mostly because he's a black man. That's the fact of it. McGregor gets a pass because of protection of the complexion. That's the truth of it. And he done stuff like throwing Dahlia into a bus. He's punching an old man in a bar because he don't want to drink his stinking whiskey. He's fighting a DJ. He wants to fight Machine Gun Kelly, a rapper who's like maybe 130 pounds soaking wet. And and John, he's not, other than maybe stuff he done to his girlfriend, his fiance, stuff like that. Those that happen. Those are things that if he gets the help, that thing is like combat sports. I think it needs to be in all sports. If you look at the NBA, you look at the NFL. They're having psychology. You're having doctors because of what about the concussion protocols. They're having psychologists carrying these football players. If Seau had gotten the help he would have needed it, he probably would have killed himself. And the problem is people are too much proud to say, "Hey, I need help." Especially us men. Men, we're too proud to say, "Hey, you know what? Something my mind's not my mind. I don't want to, And people say, "Hey, you can keep on going." No, you should sit down and say, "You know what? I need help. I genuinely need help."
Yeah.
And just if you can help me, Lord, please help me, and just you reach out. I mean, if Dana White cared about his father, which he don't. Yeah. He should have set up a program for fighters dealing with mental issues. You're getting hit in the head all the time. Your brains get flushed around. It's someday somebody's gonna, one of these fighters is gonna kill himself. Somebody's gonna do an autopsy on them and study their brain and see what's going on in their head. These fighters really need help. They need help money wise, financial wise. They need health security. They need all the things that any person needs. If you look at other athletes, they can afford to get help. Like if basketball players have a breakdown, they can go to a sports psychologist. They can, and the NBA will pay for it. But Dana White don't want to pay for anything. He wants to take, and don't give nothing back.
Yeah, but
what's funny? The old man that McGregor punched, that old man had 2 seconds notice about the fight, and McGregor still couldn't knock him out.
Nope.
Unbelievable.
That's just sad.
And you know, and then what's so sad about it, like I'm looking, and also let me say this before I continue. We guys to understand us as men, we ain't gonna get advocated for mental health and all like that because society gonna see like, oh yeah, oh well, they don't need the help and anything. So that why that's like lives like this, us men be talking. Hopefully, we can open up people's eyes that other men, you know, we got to talk up more because society is not. So we got to create conversation to have them understand that we are people too. And get back to doggone McGregor. I would like to snap his leg. I really do. I'd like to hit him in the back. I really do. I want to break his leg, and I want to show it right here. Did you see McGregor leg? There you go, right there. That's right. I bet we get a lot of cash. I split it up, yeah. But it goes to show this is McGregor is he's a mean human being, and they keep him still making money. It's disgracing.
You know, Connor is the what you call the goose that laid the golden egg. You know, when when he first started out, the guy was struggling. He was poor. He was had hard times, living on welfare, stuff like that. And you kind of like that story. But then, this is truthfully like this. There's this movie years ago called The Commitments, where they compared the Irish guy called himself the Irish are like the black people of Europe. And when you give a ninja some money, ninja go wild, and that's what happened to him. I think he really went wild. He wasn't too bad, but when you get that money from fighting Floyd, he was wilding out. He really got some, that Floyd money, just had him like, doing the, he just, I think that's the reason why Dana don't want to give these fight. But the problem is that's one person. That's a person. I mean, he went through a hardship before, but he has some issues too.
I heard that he was a plumber before his MMA career.
What?
He was a plumber before his MMA career.
Yeah. And he just got this big money. He was doing pretty good in MMA, but then he goes and he fights Floyd Mayweather. He gets a ton of money. And he just don't know how to act or behave. He just, he's just,
he ain't shit no more.
No, he's broken. And and the UFC just hanging on to him because of name value, because it's his fans. And the sad part about it, his fans don't realize that he's not the guy he used to be. Not anymore. He's done. He is finished. Move on, but they, how there's people when he was hero worship, they just don't know, truthfully how to let go.
I would say this though, Drake is a fucking idiot. The rapper?
Yeah, these guys that don't really know UFC, MMA, or boxing, they need to stay away from the sport. Like I said, they can cry all they want about losing money, but it's on them. I don't give a shit about their losses. They're idiots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
you play with fire, you get burnt like fire.
Yeah. It's just
he lost so much money. Oh my goodness, man.
Who you talking, McGregor?
No, Drake.
Oh, Drake. Yeah, I'm like.
Drake, like quit, Drake, man, you go back and cry about Rihanna,
Yeah, he lost Rihanna. Whoever his name, he just took Rihanna away from him.
No. He been lost Rihanna before she got where he said Rocky, because he was hanging out with J-Lo.
I bet he would never done that.
Yeah, JELOO we call her, because she used to be a lot thicker, but she kind of like not as thick she used to be. She still got a nice butt on her, but when she first came out, she's
an H. I ain't gonna let me behave myself.
Yeah, she just can't. I don't know, the thing with her and men. I don't know. Somebody said that she was the one that's shooting that gun in that club. That's why Shine went to prison for.
Man, fuck J-Lo.
I know you want to.
Taylor. Fuck her. But anyways, I want to say this last thing before we head out because I think we covered a lot today.
Maybe you ain't
Well,
asking
the
me
big
what
fight.
I want.
Well, hold on. Like I said, the big fight that got announced a week ago, which it's in the works, but it's gonna happen. It's Valentina versus Taylor Santos. That's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight, and there's a possibility that Taylor Santos may beat Valentina. And if let me finish. If that outcome happens, George Page, I'm gonna troll the shit out of you, just like how you trolled the shit out of me when Amanda Nunes lost. I'm coming for you, George. If that happens, I'm coming for you. Every video that you make on your channel, I'm gonna troll you. I'm gonna say that Valentina lost. I'm gonna troll the shit out of your channel. Every Muscle Talk video, live stream, I'm gonna troll the shit out of you, just like how you troll me. I'm coming for you, George.
Well, like this, son, I'm like wired up in Tombstone. Well, son, I'm bringing hell. Come with me, and you better come in because hell's coming with me. Bring
I'm
the thunder.
coming for you, George. And when Amanda Nunes retained the belt, I'm coming for you again. I'm gonna post it all over your channel. I'm coming for you.
well, XA, I'll be Huckleberry.
And not just you, but I'm coming for Coach too. I'm coming at his channel too. I'm gonna laugh. When he invites me on his stream, I'm just gonna troll the crap out of him. Everybody in his comment section, I'm gonna troll every single one of you guys because you guys made fun of me when Amanda Nunes lost. I'm gonna make fun of you. I'm gonna make fun of your queen when she loses. Watch.
Well, like I said, I would say I would give Taylor a shot, but the fact is, she cannot beat the Bullet. She cannot beat the most dominant woman in the division, the woman who has a skill set of John Wick, Brian Mills from Taken, and a bit of Ivan Drago. She's the daughter of Ivan Drago. She must break her.
Watch, what do you think about it, man? I want to hear what he has to say. George is crazy. Go ahead.
Is it what fight is it? Valentina Shevchenko?
Yeah, Taylor Santos.
Yes.
She's the number one rank right now. She's the upcoming.
Taylor Santos. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I've never seen this girl fight.
Really? You never?
Maybe I have, and I just don't remember. But hey, I'm telling you this: Shevchenko's going to get beat one day, whether it be this one or someone else. She's going to get beat.
Yep.
I feel like a weak spot for her is on the cage. She's good on the ground, but on the cage and then the transition to the ground, I feel like if you leg kick the front leg of Shevchenko, you got to take a lot of.
I said that so many times. I said that so many times to Coach Shelton Harris, and he didn't listen to me. I said somebody with very good leg kick could give Valentina problems. Oh, no, actually, that's not going to happen. Thank you, Watcher. Thank you.
I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, she's got this wide stance, and she's so front foot heavy on that front leg. I mean, if you kick the leg, like most of her work comes off of that. And then if you jab to the body as well, some oblique kicks, I feel like you can really nullify her because she relies on that like that burst, off that front leg. So
let me ask
we'll
you
see.
Question, let me ask you a question. I'm glad you bring it up. If somebody have the skill point, I think is it safe to say that somebody kicked the inside of her kneecap of that front leg, right? She could definitely get buckled, right? Is it safe to say?
Yeah, inside or outside.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like I said, she's very heavy on her lead leg, man. I seen it. It's wide open. But the thing is, though, not a lot of women in that division have the IQ to do it. That's why. Because they're afraid. They are afraid of the counter. But I think Taylor Santos, because Taylor Santos could take a shot. She's gonna take a shot, and she's not afraid. I think that she's gonna go into that fight. She's gonna attack Valentina. And like I said, if she pulls off, George Page, I'm coming for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's gonna work the body. She's gonna work the body as well because Valentina keeps her elbows up a lot. She doesn't have body defense. If you hit the body, it's gonna take all that sting out of her. Best believe.
Well, like I said, yeah, Daisy if you do, a Daisy if you don't.
But I think
But
if Taylor comes with a plan, if he strategically do that, I'm saying like, go for the leg, go for the inside, outside the knee, back it up. That Valentine, because if you keep on going to the leg, that means Valentine cannot go first. That means she cannot go forward, and then she gonna be a desperate knees now and throw. So you can go to the body, and then do the body and just break it down little by little by little, and see and get her home, get her on the ground, see what's up, or
And
get her
like I
on the
said,
cage.
we seen Valentina been control on the ground. Just like I said, watch that fight with I forgot the damn girl, that Brazilian girl's name. What's her name, George? The Brazilian girl's name.
mm,
Maya.
Maya. There we
Maya.
go. Yeah, we saw her been controlled on the ground by Maya, but the problem with Maya is that Maya she has cardio issues, and
Mhm.
Taylor Santos has she has very good stamina. I thought she did not, but coach he corrected me on it. He said that she has very good stamina. But like I said, Taylor Santos, she's very strong. She has very good cardio, and if she could keep Valentina on the ground, it's her fight to win, man.
Yeah, it's possibly, but you know what? I don't see it right now. So
Yeah,
it's
you don't
just
see it right now, but when it happens, George, I know you. I
Yeah.
know you're gonna
if it
stop.
happens, it happens.
I
That's
know you're gonna
all.
stop crying. I know you're gonna stop crying on your channel. Like I said, I'm coming for you, George. I'm gonna troll the crap.
Well, yeah. See that? You hear it first on the Underrated MMA Talk number 32, y'all. You hear it first, right here. You hear it.
I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for Coach.
Well, like I said,
I'm coming for Wild Eye Tiger too. She's another one too. I'm coming for her too.
well, for XA, you believe in yourself and you believe you fight. That's good. But like I said, when you get into the ring, the truth will be known.
Oh, all right. All right. I guess that's you're pretty. All right. Any last remarks? We're gonna start from Brother Escacha.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to thank the brother Underrated Darkness for making this MMA talk. Like I said, without him, we wouldn't be here today. Also, I wanted to thank all the brothers that's in the chat room. I want to thank everybody who up from this video. We had 9 likes tonight. Also, I want to thank my brother Watcher. I want to thank my brother George Page. I want to thank my brother number 1 Grinda. And like I said, stay tuned. We'll be back next weekend. We'll be talking about the next fight night. It's Santos versus Mir Akalov. I can't even say the dude's name. That's going to be a pretty good fight. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for stopping by tonight to hear us brother talk. Like I said, I hope next weekend we could get brother Todd Aikens back on here so we can have a full house. Also, I was a little bit disappointed tonight because we didn't get the sister on the stream tonight, but there's always next time. I hope that we could get her on as well so we could talk this MMA. But like I said, I just want to thank everybody who came out tonight to hear us talk this MMA.
Yeah.
Like I said, next weekend we'll be back here again. Peace and love.
All right, stay right there. Brother George, please, last remarks.
Well, gentlemen, I enjoyed this time with you. Respectfully, it was a great conversation. We learned some things about each other, and you learned some things about the sport of MMA. I really appreciate y'all supporting me and my channel. I always support all your endeavors. Like I said, this was a good talk. And anytime you feel like XA, you feel like you want to troll me, but understanding you can get trolled back.
That's it.
Why so serious, son?
That's crazy. All right. Brother Watcher from down under.
Yeah, man. It was good to be on again. I thought we'd talk about the main event, and we did. So it's a good thing, you know. We went through the card pretty well. So yeah, man, just glad to be on. Hopefully my guy Thiago Santos wins next week, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you. And I would say this though to brother Gotcha. I think I got a good idea. I think we're gonna do that sometimes. Like we're gonna go by the rankings of different weight classes. I think that is good to evaluate because yeah, I think we should do that a little more. Not all the time, do a little more. So because but I want to thank everybody. Thank you so much for participating of the underrated MMA talk, sports talk, MMA sports talk number 32. And thank you. And so if you travel to your destination or home, make sure that you take extra safety precaution out there. Because the climate out there is crazy and it's real, and we don't want nothing to happen to y'all. This is the last of the underrated MMA sports talk number 32. Peace to brother watching your family. Peace to brother Scott 23, your family, and George Page and your family, and the people in the chat and your families. Have a good night. Have a good week. This one is Ghost. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed.
Peace and love.
everyone.
All right.